First of all, let me say it's an honor and a privilege to be here. I want to thank David Lee and the team at SUSS. By the way, I'm a fellow at SUSS, so I feel like I'm in my second home right now. I'm also thrilled to be back in Singapore. This is my third time visiting Singapore, and I will be visiting on a very regular basis for the Iomob project. Singapore, as she mentioned, I've been working in smart cities for a very long time, and she asked me to explain what smart cities actually reflect, but I think pretty much all you have to do is walk around Singapore and you're actually getting a visual experience of what a smart city is about. All of the locals know Singapore has a very ambitious goal around being a smart nation and is making real progress in that area, and there's much the world can learn from what Singapore is already doing. But I will actually go into a little bit of summary of smart cities and the connection between blockchain, and then of course a discussion of what Iomob, my project, is working on. So first thing about smart cities, I've been working in smart cities for about 12 years, and initially, those of you who've been following the space are aware of this, that smart cities started with the multinationals Siemens, IBM, Cisco, sort of promoting their technology as an alternative use case in cities, and they call that smart cities. I call that 1.0 smart city. That is technology-driven smart cities. 2.0 is cities saying, wait a minute, you know what, the smart cities thing is actually useful to us, and we agree that that's a good direction for the city. We can be more efficient, we can attract and retain more talent, but we're not going to let the private sector tell us what we need. We're going to decide what we need and then go to the private sector and help us implement. That is city-led, but technology-enabled. And then 3.0 is something we've seen in the last few years evolve around the world, which is actually citizen co-creation. And this is the idea about driving innovation down to the people that actually experience the city firsthand, the citizens of the city. And this is a real radical reframing from 1.0 to 3.0. Just so you know, my opinion is a city needs 2.0 and 3.0, not only 3.0. Why do I say that? Smart Nation is a great example. Without the Singaporean government supporting a vision to be a smarter city, you wouldn't have open data. You wouldn't have sensors. You wouldn't have a leadership that is committed to actually embracing smart cities. So if you just have citizen co-creation without any city leadership, you're not going to get very far. So you need both. I think Singapore historically in the last several years has been really strong in 2.0, arguably one of the strongest in the world. 3.0 is something that they're just really starting to embrace from my perspective, but they see from government meetings I've had just in the past couple of days, it seems like the 3.0 vision is becoming much more transparent and a bigger part of the goal for the city as it transforms itself. And I will come back to this because to me, when you think about smart cities and blockchain and what decentralized technologies can enable, actually it's a perfect marriage between blockchain technology and smart cities 3.0 with some 2.0. I'll share it. So in 2012, I built this model, the Smart Cities Wheel, and the idea behind the wheel was to actually create a graphical representation of what a smart city is. So smart economy, smart environment, smart living, smart mobility, smart government, and within each of those areas I have some subcategories. And then beyond that, I created several indicators, 64 as a matter of fact, to actually measure and benchmark smart cities around the world. The last time I did this was 2015, and Singapore was in the top 5 of my rankings with the 64 indicators. So obviously Singapore is doing a really good job.